I'm Pastor Matt, and this is the EMBER Exchange. So whether we're talking about something from our church, something from the Bible, or interviewing a guest, we will do it unrushed, one puff at a time, the same as the best way to enjoy a cigar. This week I want to share a verse from Hebrews chapter 10, where it says, "Let us consider one another carefully for the purpose of sparking love and good deeds, to not stop meeting together as some have, but instead to encourage one another." And I was thinking about just encouragement and how through the scripture as believers, we're called to be encouragers to each other. And I thought about how sometimes I really feel like I need to be encouraged and somebody just needs to kind of be my cheerleader. And other times how what really makes me feel better is when I'm a cheerleader for someone else. And I was kind of reading some things about that this past week, and I ran across a story from World War II. This actually happened on March the 23rd of 1945. It was on the eve of one of those really big battles. And General Eisenhower was walking the banks of the Rhine River just in contemplation. And he ran across this private, a regular GI. And the general, being like a general is, said, "Son, how are you doing?" And he said, "Man, I am awfully nervous and I really don't feel good about this." And what General Eisenhower said was, "Well, then we're a really good pair because I'm nervous too. Maybe we should just walk together and maybe that would just be good for each other." And sometimes encouragement is just that. When someone is struggling, it's okay to admit that I'm struggling too, and we can just struggle together and we can be support for each other. And as I thought about that, that led me to another Bible verse I want to share from Ephesians chapter 4. And it says that we should only say what is helpful and what is needed for building people up around us, so that no matter who hears what we're saying, it's uplifting to them. And I was thinking about that, and I wasn't really sure what I was going to talk about today. And those two verses in that story about Eisenhower, I had kind of put into my notes in case I was ever going to use it in the future in a message or in one of these talks. And then this morning, I got an early morning text message from a friend of mine with something that he had read. And what it was talking about was refreshment and just being renewed for the day, and how what we eat matters and how much we sleep matters. But then it said that you should surround yourself with believers who are encouragers, not complainers. And I was like, okay, well, now I know what I'm going to talk about today. And that kind of led me to this. I want to ask you two questions. Think about the people around you, because at the end of the day, in many ways, we're the average of the 5 people we spend the most time with. And are you surrounded more by encouragers or complainers? Because that's going to change the quality of your life. But then the second question is maybe a little harder. When you think about the people that you're around, do they see you as an encourager or as a complainer? Because you're affecting their life. So think about those things, and hopefully that gives you some good food for thought. So until next time, keep your fire burning, keep your cigar lit, and please send us your burning questions.